Hey everybody, Mr. Bells here. Hopefully I have your student in one of my math classes and that they're doing well with the stuff. I do want to point out a few things again, hopefully to help stay on top. I think communication's just a beneficial thing to you. So first, everything that I do grade-wise, if you want to know how your kid's doing, we need to check in Synergy. Even though I have a Google Classroom, I don't do any of the grading through Google Classroom. So anything that's in Synergy is the stuff that's actually been graded so far. In terms of how grades work in math classes, currently right now, based on school board policy and for a lot of reasons, the highest percentage of the grade, their weighted grades, are based on tests and quizzes. We've only had one of those in each one of the classes, but we will be having another one this week on Friday. So if your kid happens to be struggling or is doing maybe less than what they'd like to be doing in terms of their actual letter grade or percentage in there, this test slash quiz on Friday that we're going to take, and that will be for both classes, geometry and data, is something that could really help them improve their scores. Okay? Now, how do they do that? One, come to the Google Meets. And when they're here, they need to be focused on what's going on, responsive to what's going on, as much feedback as possible. And some of the students have been great about that. Some of them kind of turn their cameras off and point their cameras at the ceilings. I have no idea. As a teacher, one of the things that's really good about being able to get information is facial expressions and how the kids look when I'm explaining stuff. So those are things that help me understand if they're really getting it or not getting it. They do use the group chat pretty well when asked to, but all those things can help for it. Second, they need to do the homework. They need to practice the homework. For my classes, a lot of the homework has been submitted through the Big Ideas Math textbook. That's an online thing, and I do give them multiple chances to be able to answer the questions correctly, or at least that's the way the things went after. I think I had a glitch in the first week or something, but there's possibilities for that. Second, if the material is not in Big Ideas Math, which the Data A's conic section stuff isn't, then they need to submit that through Google Classroom. But I'm very clear about what is what and what they need to do. I'm just asking for them to practice on that. Okay. So besides coming to class for the Google Meets, for doing their homework, a third possibility is videos. I create a lot of these videos, except dealing with math, going step by step through it. I've pulled things from the internet that I really like and put on there. So they need to be able to go and watch those because, again, we're not in person as much as what we would be normally. So some of the stuff has to be outside of the Google Meet. So watching those videos, taking notes on those videos, and making sure that they understand it. Okay? Fourth possibility, actually set up a Google Meet with me or come in here in the classroom and meet with me. I've had probably about 20 students or so now that have had independent Google Meets or have come in to visit and chat about stuff, and most of them have done really well once that's happened. So that's the fourth thing. Fifth thing, open up the textbook. There's lots of material in the textbook that they can get extra stuff from. So if they do all those things, they should be doing pretty well in the class. Last thing that I have, make sure that they have one of these things, especially for the data class. The more they can do this and the more they can use the Desmos, which is an online app, the better off they're going to be able to understand some of these things. Okay. So again, this is just Mr. Bells checking in. Please check in with your kid. Check your kid's grades on Synergy. Make sure that they're on top of that stuff. If there's things that show zeros and they said that they've turned it in, then they need to let me know that. Because anything that's in as a zero was when I originally checked it. So it's tough. I got 115 students, and if I have 45 of them submitting it on 5 different days, I can't go back in and check all of those. So this is what they need to do. This is for students too and parents. If you are submitting something late, you need to A, take a screenshot of that and send it directly to me in an email, okay? Saying, hey, this was due last week. These are my scores on them. Please get them fixed. And they need to tell me what class they're in, what hour they're in. So Data A, 4th block, this is Johnny Smith, and here's a screenshot of 2245 and 36 for those assignments. That'll help me a lot easier to be able to put their grades in or update their grades if they submit things late. Okay. Again, thanks for listening. Hope we're gonna see some kids in person soon, and maybe some of this will be just a little bit easier. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and enjoy the day. Thanks. Bye.